Thank you so much for joining. My name is Nadia Taich. I'm health and life coach. I've been in the wellness industry for 10 years. And if yet you don't know, I have a psychology degree and educational degree. Woohoo! And I love making a difference for people. And of course, it starts by making a difference for myself as well. So I can be the best example of who I see people in the world and who I see me. So today we are going to talk about decluttering. Today's conversation is a third part of our conversation about decluttering. Part number 1 was about decluttering your space. Part number 2 was about decluttering your environment. And part number 3 is about decluttering your mind. Why I chose to start with decluttering your space and environment? Because it's really something that is easy. You don't have to work hard on it. You just pick a small piece in your household and start clearing it. And what happens is like furniture. In order to put a new furniture, you really have to get rid of an old one. So it's the same concept here. Let's free up the space in our environment so we can bring our new actions, our new goals, our new desires and visions into the existence. And naturally, what happens is that your mind starts feeling different, and so it kind of gives as a natural result is decluttering your body. I know that I have a hair string here. I know that for me, when I declutter my office, declutter my kitchen, clean my house, I physically feel that my brain feels more freedom. When I have that state of spaciousness and freedom in my brain, I actually can relax better. When I relax better, I can meditate easier. I can invite new thoughts and invite new visions easier. So it creates that space of creation. All right, and when I was preparing for this video, I looked back at my life journey. I moved to the United States in 2003, so it's been quite a while. And if you resonate with me, or when you move to a new place, especially a new country, different language, it can really affect your confidence and your self-esteem. So I'm not an exception. It was quite a long period of time where I had a big language barrier, about 2-3 years, and being a smart girl at school, I actually was one of those nerd girls who was bullied a lot because of that. But I knew that I'm smart, and when you move to a new country where you cannot speak that language well, you can't express who you are in your mind and your smartness, it really damages your self-esteem pretty bad. So it was a quite a struggle emotionally and mentally for a good number of years. And a few years into it, I encountered amazing people, amazing personal development courses that I started taking just because I just did not feel like I could live like that in that low self-esteem and blaming myself for everything state anymore. It was just enough of that in my life and my cup. And with amazing people and with amazing education, I slowly started incorporating some tools in my life, and somewhat it was a journey of decluttering my mind. And I want to invite you to look at what's in your life that is blocking you. What thoughts do you have that are blocking you from achieving what you want in your health and life journey? Because that's the clutter in your mind and your brain that is just too much of it, and it's hard to get through it. So let's talk about that. And it was I can't remember, but it was just a couple of days ago. I heard I remember Health Coach Institute CEO, he said the term, listen to it, self-bullying. We talk about bullying at schools and all that, and low self-esteem, low confidence, and all the negative thinking. It's self-bullying. So imagine when you listen to your mind talking yourself out of doing something, let's say going to the gym, your brain tells you whatever it tells you, and you end up not going to the gym, you watch TV and eat chips. So you give in and you do that. Or your brain tells you you're not good enough, you're not good here, you are not pretty enough, you are fat, you are something else, people don't want to talk to you, and you actually listen to this bullying and believe it. So you feel sad for kids who are being bullied. Why don't you feel sad for bullying yourself? Why do we don't talk to other people so negatively the way we talk to ourselves? It's like, listen to what you're saying to yourself. A lot of negative thinking is happening inside, and you're allowing it, and you're listening to it, and you believe it. But you're not going to say the same thing to other people. You're not going to be that rude. Why are you rude to yourself? Easier to say than done, right? Okay, so, but there is a way. It's actually very simple distinction here, which I'd like to introduce you to, or maybe to refresh you on. If you've been in our community for a while, you probably have heard it from me. Okay, so we are as human beings. We've got this beautiful head with a beautiful brain, and some parts of this brain are the same as in animals, some parts of this brain are not. They all right, later on. So there is a part of our brain that is responsible for our survival, just like in animals, so we can be alive. And that part of the brain is going to do whatever it takes to help you survive. Which means it's going to tell you, don't go there, don't do this, this is uncomfortable, I'm sweating here, this doesn't feel right, this is not what I'm used to. It's going to constantly be telling you how to be comfortable, because that's the way you survive, or it's going to tell you or remind you what it already knows, because it's the memories, it's the patterns in your brain, what to do, because it knows that you've lived through it and you survived. So if it means eating chips and gaining 10 pounds, your brain knows that you have survived through it, and it knows that you will survive again. So it will be telling you what to do because it knows you're going to survive. And it doesn't know other way. So if you choose a new action, your brain will be, why are you eating broccoli instead of chips? I don't know what it means. Are you going to survive? Your brain doesn't know that yet. So we're gonna train our brain, because there is a part of our brain that belongs to us as human beings, prefrontal cortex, that wants change, that has dreams, wishes, desires, that wants to progress. That's why if you're being attentive enough to yourself, you actually can observe. Like, imagine you're standing aside and you're observing yourself. You're observing your thoughts. So you're opening the refrigerator, and inside of it you see pizza. I actually have pizza in my refrigerator right now. And I see broccoli. You can observe your own thinking. Your brain already knows, well, if you eat pizza, you will survive. But if you've never had broccoli or kale, your brain will tell you, no, don't. Even though you know that it's healthy, your prefrontal cortex tells you this is the way to your health. But your animal part of the brain is going to tell you, but you can survive if you eat pizza. So your thoughts are like back and forth, almost like fighting with each other, right? And if you're conscious enough to observe your own thinking and distinguish which one is which, it's up to you as a human being who has this beautiful part of the human brain to say, hey, I get to choose, and you choose. And of course you want to have better health and better life, so you know what you're going to choose. So this is a very important concept to have in mind all the time. I guarantee you, if you practice it every day, you will train your muscle to notice it every single minute when you want to notice it. It will be so on top of your observation, it will become your habit. I know it because that's what I'm experiencing. My negative thinking ain't going anywhere. It's changing a little bit. We're going to talk about it in a second. But it's like plug in your teeth. It comes back every day, every time you eat, every day. It's there. It's growing. So it's up to me to build that muscle and habit to brush my teeth. Do I want to brush my teeth every day? Honestly, no. I don't like that activity, but I do it anyway. So I practice that muscle to observe my thinking every day. All right, and there's no perfection. Let's forget about perfect. Progress is perfection. So if you noticed one moment you're thinking, you observed it, you noticed, that's something to celebrate. Wow, I actually noticed it. And then you choose. Whether you chose, let's say, good or bad, even if you chose bad, hey, at least you noticed that. You were aware of your choice. Most people are not. They don't even know the difference. But you do. That is something that is worth celebrating. It's the progress, which is perfection. Perfection is in the progress. Okay, so here is what I have been doing, and I want to share with you my experience, and I am looking forward to your comments, what your intake on that. So along the way of my speaking, please comment. Even if you're watching in the recording, and I know that most of you are, please put in the comments, okay? So the point number one is to, now that you know there are different parts of your brain that are responsible for different things. One is for survival, that knows how you have been surviving so far, and it will constantly be putting you in there. constantly will be putting you into the habits that it already knows, and will constantly be talking you out of new things because it wants you to survive. The other part of your brain wants change and progress. And it's up to you to observe and choose. The more you do it, the more it becomes habitual. And the motivation for it is what you want in life. Why are you doing that? And let's start with a vision board, but the vision board that you're going to use and see every day. It doesn't make a difference to make it and not look at it. So your vision, what do you want in life? Put 5 things that are most important for you in life. 5 areas of your life that are most important. What are they? Put them in the comments. When you create your goal, when you create your vision, then goals are gold. Put those in your goals. And then every day, what is 1% you can do towards your goals? Don't take it all on. It's just too much. 1%. And here's my process. Vision, goals, action, evaluation, adjustment, repeat. Vision, goals, action, evaluation, adjustment, repeat. Vision can be only once a year. Goals, monthly. Action, daily. Evaluation, weekly or every evening. Adjustment, act. And repeat. Every day. Every day. Just like brushing teeth. Every day. Point 2, very important. Don't do it yourself. Don't do it on your own. It's setting up yourself to failure. Community. We are as human beings in the world among other human beings. We are growing inside of the communication. We are given the language. We are given the speaking ability. And therefore it makes it for us unique when we communicate. Find a person who supports you fully, 100%, who supports your goals. It can be your family member or it can be someone in the community. Maybe a neighbor, maybe a co-worker, maybe someone in the tribe. Find friends in health and post it out there. Hey, I have this goal. Who wants to join me being accountability partner? Once a week, check in with each other. Find an accountability partner and find people who inspire you. Maybe they even can be your accountability partner. Don't find the person who drags you down, who drags you back. Find people who inspire you to move you forward. I almost feel like it's somewhat uncomfortable because if I talk to the person who I want to be and they're already there, it kind of puts me in a position of a little bit, my self-esteem might be hurt. Perfect, because this is the person who will move you towards your growth and not the other way around. Those are an amazing people and accountability partners. So important. So I wonder if you put in the comments right here and find one person who maybe you haven't yet connected with, let's say friends in health, tag them here, invite them to be your accountability partner. Share your goal and see if this is something they want to take it on. Or maybe just post inside of the Friends in Health Facebook group, hey, I got this goal. I'd like to have an accountability partner who is with me. Or if you already have an accountability partner, put in the comments, who is this? Very curious to know. All right, I actually have several accountability partners. I can't even count how many, but different aspects, different areas of my life, but it's all around health and wellness. I do have my own. I have within my health coaching tribe, I have within my Shackley business, and it's important. Community is So important. And the third point, which was actually almost like number one for me, or somewhere along the community, is okay, your brain is going to be talking to you no matter what. Can't do anything about that. So it's like, I'll go back to bullying. When you're being bullied, what do? You can fight back, okay? Or you can say, well, thanks for being here. I know what I want. And do your way. Because bullies are always going to be there. Your negative thinking is always going to be there. What's the point of fighting? When you fight, you make it worse. You fight and you focus on that negative aspect. Instead, here's what I do. Okay, I observe it. Oh, I noticed that. Thanks for being here. Any lesson I can take? Okay. Any concern? All right, well, thanks for being there. Here's what I want, and I do what I want. And mostly it's uncomfortable because this negative thinking is my creator brain that wants me to survive. And I know what I want, so I act towards what I want. Most of the time it's uncomfortable, but that's where the progress is. And perfection is in the progress. So if you feel uncomfortable, perfect. You're in the perfect place of growth. It's like a butterfly. You know, they are not born butterflies. They go through the growth stages. So, and it's not always comfortable. And here's what I did to not giving a chance to my brain to talk too much to me, because yeah, it talks too much to me. In one of my short coaching videos that you can find on YouTube, The Natural Power 100, it's called Plug Your Ears, something, plug your ears. So what I did, instead of listening to my brain, I gave something for my brain to listen. Books. I don't almost read because I have to physically sit down and read, but I listen to about 5 to 7 hours a week of the same books that I want to read. So I choose audiobooks. Give something to your brain, plug your ears, put your audiobook when you drive, put it on the speaker in the car, when you wash your dishes, when you get ready for the day. There are plenty of opportunities. When you're committed, you will find a way to listen to those books. Personal development, any type of books, incredible way to give your brain to get busy in the way you want it to get busy. And guess what? Just like brushing teeth, when you do it all often, your teeth stay clean and healthy. Your brain will stay decluttered, clean and healthy. But you gotta do it every day, because plugs gets on your teeth, negative thinking will be coming back. All right, so I also finish each day with gratitude and reflection, what I'm thankful for, what I have accomplished. I don't dwell on negative, what didn't happen. I dwell on positive. And I set an intention for the next day. And I start each day with a miracle morning practice. If you have a question what it is, you don't know yet, put in the comments. What's miracle morning? How do you end the day? What's that reflection? I can send you the links and a little worksheet that you can use to reflect at the end of the day. All right, so this is our conversation. I'm also watching the time. Don't want to go over 30 minutes, which is quite a long time. So I really appreciate your listening. And when you want to reach your goals and what you want in life, set an intention for that and start helping your own thinking. Start helping your own body. Declutter all the negative self-bullying by, what did we talk about? Remind me. Observing that there are two ways your brain works. One is survival. One is progress and change. What else? Oh yes. Find accountability partner. Use the community that believes in your goals. Support. And what else? Oh yes. Give your brain something to listen instead of listening to your brain. End each day with gratitude. Start each day with intention. The more you practice every day, the more you strengthen your muscle, and it becomes your habit. Woohoo! I want to invite you to join our newly being born Books and Health. We are going to read and listen to books and have discussions. Woohoo! We are starting with the most important book. Start with Why. Who is in? Please put in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you in the community. I look forward to see all your comments and feedback about this video. How are you going to declutter your mind? Who is your accountability partner? Did you catch already yourself? Oh, this is my survival brain talking to me. Here is my choice. And how do you end your day? How do you start your day? Are you part of our Books in Health? Looking forward to see your comments and see you in the community.